Hi team, just a short recap of our session. I hope to be within 10 minutes, so you will have an opportunity to maybe rewatch it a couple of times. So what we should avoid on the first call with a client. We should avoid being overly enthusiastic, speaking fast, and assuming that the client is interested already in investing or buying or even continuing communication with you. That's why we have to avoid. Are you interested in buying or investing in a property? Now I will offer you the best projects. This is the best project in Dubai. I promise you, you're going to have a best ROI. The price is cheap or cheaper or even affordable. It's better to keep the high pitch for later because the client do not have yet any trust and you're at risk at sounding as every other salesperson trying to sell him something. On the opposite way, you want to sound as a professional. Always bring back in your mind how the doctor, if you were a doctor, how would you approach your potential client? Would you jump around and start saying that you're the best doctor and you do the best surgeries in this and that and it's going to be so great for you after, and I promise you, you're going to look fantastic after this plastic surgery? Of course not. That's why the client is actually trusting you because you are calm, collected, unbiased, not sure if you can help yet. You need to know more about what the client is looking for. So instead we're using a neutral language. I highly recommend you to start neutralizing your current pitch. Even if you do not take anything, you're not going to be able to use the words or sentences that I'm offering, you can instead take out something from what you are saying now and make your language more neutral. Possibly looking to invest instead of you do want to invest or buy or sell or something may be a good option for you. So this possibly, potentially, maybe makes the language sound safe. As a client, I feel that you are not pushing me anything because you are not sure if you can even help me yet. And my favorite, I'm not sure if I can even help you yet. And you do not stop after, I'm not sure if I can help you yet. This is, you use like a bridge for your next question, right? So we remove the walls of safe resistance because when we're assuming that we can help, the client will put the walls of sales resistance. But we are not sure that I can help you yet. He doesn't need to protect himself or herself. So I'm not sure if I can help you yet. I just need a little bit more. I just need to know a little bit more about what you're actually looking for and where you're now with, you know, kind of your property search compared to where you want to be, right? And you get into your questions. So tone that we're using is curious. Just imagine that you want to discover about this particular client using a curious tone without assuming that you know everything just because he's from Egypt, or just because he's inquired about this project, or just because he said that he definitely wants this, or he definitely gonna like this, or just because you think that this is project the best and you think that based on your own assumption that this is project is the best, if you tell him that, Mr. Client, I'm here to give you the best, and just because I consider it the best, it's going to be the best for you, most probably you're going to fail. Example I want to give you is, the best one is like your parents, your mom or your dad is trying to give you a nice gift, like a piece of clothes, and they think this shirt or this dress is absolutely fantastic and so good, and they love it so much, and they're buying it to you. And then you get in it, you're looking at it, and I was like, well, I would prefer money. So do not assume for the client. If you don't like this developer or this area, it doesn't mean that it's going to be not the best option for the client. Are you with me on that? Do you see how is that benefiting you the most? Okay, so curious tone. Call opener. Hi, it's just Olga from Rewrite. Just getting back to you. Is this name? Yes. It looks like you responded to one of our ads, possibly looking for help with investing in XYZ project. And I just had a couple of minutes before my next call to call you to see if I can help. Did I get you in a bad time? No, it's not a bad time. And then we're asking our first question, first situation question, meaning you, in the beginning of the call, you have to discover the situation of the client, as if you're walking into the room, new room, the first time. You haven't been there. There is lots of people, there is furniture, there is things, and you have to kind of, scan what's going on. What's going on, where should I sit, whom I know, where's the guest, the same you're doing with the client. So the first thing, for you to put the attention from yourself, instead of client start asking you the question, to the client back, is to ask him, what was about the ad? I use a humor here. If you're comfortable using the humor, that's okay, because the humor is always making the client feel relaxed and unbiased. We like to laugh. It's a universal language. That's why I'm using the humor. And what was that about the ad, like beside the shiny graphics that attracted your attention to respond? If he doesn't know which ad he responded, even though you call him 20 minutes or 20 seconds after he responded and you received the lead, you can say, yeah, that's not a problem. But what were you looking for the property? What was your main criteria? Which one to select? You got me? You still keep asking. You keep re-asking till he will give you the answer that you are looking for. In the beginning, when we are in the situation discovery of the client, we need to start understanding what is the problem he's trying to solve. And you remember I told you many times, the problem is not he's trying to make more money or he likes this area. No, the problem is deeper than that. So why he needs to make more money? What happened recently? Why he's not inquiring 6 months ago? Or even if he did, why he's keep searching for 6 months? There is something underneath that happened that pushed this problem higher. And now he is in the sales funnel where he is on the level of, I'm looking for solution. He's looking for solution. He raised the hand and you're calling him to help him with the solution. Okay, moving forward. Call frame. Call frame is for us to give the client a boundaries, to have some sort of a roadmap for you and your client, what's going to happen. Because you are the one who is in charge of the call. You are handling it. So the client doesn't know what should he do. That's why the call frame is for you to keep him where you want him to be. Lead the conversation and keep asking the question, right? So you downplay it, yeah, to relax him. When you say this first call is pretty basic, is to downplay the importance of this first call. If I will tell you, okay, this is a very important part of our conversation, I have to, I'm getting more, let's say, stressed, more cautious, and I want to give you much. But it's like, that's pretty simple, that's pretty basic. It's more for us to understand where you're currently at. I simplify it, but that's why I'm going to look at it. This first call is really more for us to understand what you're looking for, your budget, your timeline for investment like that. And by the end of the call, this is where you're giving him the boundaries, right? By the end of the call, if you feel that we were able to help you, we could discuss the possible next step and different options we have for our investors. Will that be useful if I will do that for you? Now you can notice that I'm using a lot. You're potentially looking for help. If I will be able to help you. This is to establish the status of you and the client. So if you're helping someone and someone needs help, this is you. You are above, always above someone whom you're helping. So he needs help. Let's put him on his position. It's not he is there giving you the orders and you are like an order taking. Oh, yes, Mr. Client. Okay, I'm going to send you this. I'm going to send you. No, no, no. It's you trying to help. That's why it's always important in your language. Condition him. He will not understand. It's on the unconscious level. The doctor, how the doctor is saying, I will try to help you with this, right? The doctor is helping you. You don't have any problems with doctor is helping, and that's why the doctor's authority is always high and you're the patient. Let's do that in our conversation, in our connection with the client. Okay? Okay. This first call is really basic. It's more for us to understand what you're looking for, like your budget, your time frame for such an investment. And if by the end of the call you will feel like we will be able to help you, we could possibly discuss the next step and different options we have for our investors. I put the dots where I want you to slow down and pause, to emphasize on certain words, right? So if you don't know how to pronounce it or where to speed up, where to slow down, the dots are there for you. Would that be useful if I would do that for you? Yes, right? Always auto response from the client side, you're going to say yes. If he's saying, oh no, I'm just looking or trying to buy, blah, 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 he's pushing you. You have to push back to maintain your status, right? And that's not me certainly trying to sell you anything. I'm just trying to actually understand if I will be able to help you. You might not even need us. Are you with me on that? Oh yeah, I'm with you on that. Remove the sales resistance. He's relaxed. You're not trying to sell him. And you're going into your first situation question. So what do you actually, had in mind when you are considering investing in Dubai? You never stop asking the question. You always, any statement that you want to give to the client, you end up with a question, always. Turn your statement into the question. This is how you lead the conversation. If the client is pushing you, oh, just give me the price of this particular project and what you should do. You should say, yeah, that's not a problem. And I hope you understand, we just do not have like one or two projects available. We have like more like a developer's database with all of the projects they do. So for me to find the right option for you, I need to understand like a little bit better your requirements first. Like for example, and you go into your questions, you diffuse it, you make him relax, and you get back into your questioning mode. To bring back attention again on the client, and besides the prices and the information, because definitely he was asking you about the prices right now, that's why you're diffusing. What was you hoping to get out of our interaction, out of this call today? He's going to tell you what he actually wants, right? And he's telling you, he's telling himself that he needs you. This is what he was hoping to get. That situation question. What's the client's current situation? Again, we're using very neutral language. We are not assuming. We sound very, very much simple and unbiased. If you were to invest in Dubai, what would be your overall goal with this investment? I'm making it look like I'm thinking what I want to say. This is what's happening when you know exactly the script and you are a George Clooney playing it out. So if you know what you're asking, you can be very fluent. You look and sound natural. Just to understand, do you have any properties already generating a passive income for you, or which kind of investment do you have? So this is a nice way to sound different and do not ask client a simple, oh, are you here for, are you looking for invest or you want to live in? Come on, just be different. Oh, I see. And in your phone number starts from, if he's not calling from Dubai, from XYZ, even if he's calling from Dubai, and your phone number is from Dubai, but I just don't want to assume, where are you based, right? Let him tell you. He might be just being a tourist or coming in and out a lot, but he's living in London. So that gives you way more information. What is that currently potential problem he may have, right? Tax, uncertainty, high maintenance fee, paying a lot for gas and electricity, as an example. And what attracted you to Dubai real estate market in the first place, rather than, I don't know, maybe invest in your home country? This is the question which allow the client to sell himself by saying why he thinks Dubai is a good investment. You just shut your mouth and helping him to sell himself. If you were to invest potentially in Dubai real estate, potentially, right? You see, I'm having the neutral word, which makes the invest, which is very direct, smooth. And if you were to invest potentially in Dubai real estate market, what would be your time frame for something like this? Just to see if I can help. We're justifying a little bit our question. Again, using just to see if I can help. If you want to ask a certain question that you think is a little bit more direct and straight to the point, you can smooth it. The bridging, the entrance, just to see if I can help. So I understand your situation, so I can help you better, and then ask the question. Help me understand, what in terms of fundings, what you plan for something like this? I don't want to use money. I don't want to use price. This is words that triggering sales resistance, right? Funding is something you use to invest. Investment is something which helps you grow, right? So in terms of funding, you can use budget. It's okay. I prefer to use fund. There might be people who doesn't speak English that well. They might not understand funding, but it's okay. You can use budget. Okay, and if you were to look like 3-4 years ahead, where do you want to be with this property investment? Help him see the future. How the future going to look like? So our idea is we are trying from understanding his situation. I don't have money now from my passive income. I don't have any property. In 3-4 years, how I want it to be. We are building the gap. We want him to realize that he is in a way worse situation than he thinks he is, right? By helping him speak through his problem, verbalize his problem. And we are going to talk about the future, what he wants, how much money he wants to generate, when. So when I'm telling you, I want to make at least 100,000 as a passive income, right? And then that's going to help me to move to Dubai or, I don't know, give up my job. I start to understanding how important it is for me now, instead of waiting for another 6 months, hoping for the market turn in 2 years and then buying, delaying my goal, which is, in this case, for example, starting to receive a passive income so I can be more flexible and leave my job. I can become a full-time investor maybe, right? Then a good question for us to understand who is a decision-making and how decision process going to look like. In the beginning, he's not going to be very open to say, oh yeah, I have to talk to my dad, have to talk to my brother, mother. But for us to understand, is he on his own or he has a wife, right? Are you on your own or you have family to support? Very simple, very neutral. No one is asking this. It's a very, very safe question to respond. If you don't have any reply on the first call, you use the voice note and you send the same almost exact message, the same nice, curious tonality. Hi, just Olga here from Rewrite. You requested to have us call you back, possibly looking for help with investing in the XYZ project. Please let me know when you're available for the quick call. So, if the client ghosted you, if he's not responding, replying, you had a call and meeting with him previously, you agreed for a second meeting, but he never showed up and stopped replying. This is a text. I tried to reach you a few times, but haven't heard back from you. where should we go from here? You're giving him an opportunity to go somewhere. Most of the time he will respond. Another text, I just had time to get back to you. Again, raising your status. I just had time to get back to you. I'm busy with other customers, right? So you're not that important. We had a conversation about the XYZ project, and we discussed like whatever project, specific points you discussed. That's why it's important to keep the notes of your conversation with the client. You cannot keep all of the information just inside of your head. It's way too much. What do you see as a possible next step? Very good. Let's avoid saying follow-up or checking in on the certain level, right? Let's just remove this from our language and from text. Let's use, I just had time to get back to you. Start using it and see how the communication with the client will be different. Will they start respect you more, or they start respect you the same way or less? I'm very curious to know. I just had a couple of minutes before my next appointment, so I decided to call you to see if I can help, right? If we are having a second or third call for the client who is kind of not properly responded on the previous messages or calls. I remember we spoke a couple of weeks ago about finding the right property to whatever ROI. This is exactly you repeating what he was looking for. I should probably start by asking, have you found what you're looking for, or you're still looking? Another call opener. Yeah, that's it, guys. It will turn 21 minutes. Hope it will be helpful.